You know what? After finishing this episode, I would say if I was to recommend this series to someone, I would say before they make a real good, decisive decision on if they want to continue watching or drop this series, I would tell them to watch to this episode, because with that final scene of this episode, it feels like it was like the main part of the series has begun. The prologue is complete. That is exactly what it looks like to me. That the final scene of this episode, when you see all the characters on top of the train and they're riding out into the distance to the next location, and they're all looking at the sunset or the sunrise, and you see just everybody and you hear the music in the background. It was just such a beautiful scene. It was like the prologue is done, let's move in to the main story now. So, this episode, I just gotta say, oh my god. Iron Fortress continues to impress me week by week with how good it is, how entertaining it is, and how fun it is watching. I mean, when I sit down and watch this, time passes by so fast, and this is one of the series I actually am really looking forward to each week. Like, there's a couple of series on my radar that I love each week watching, but this is definitely one of them. Iron Fortress is up there, because the entertainment it brings me is just so fucking fantastic. It does a good job at that, in getting its viewers' attention, and allowing us to be stuck to the screen, and we're like, oh my god, give me more, give me more, give me more, and that's exactly how I feel when I'm watching this. Because when I started the episode, it felt like 5 minutes. It felt like less than 5 minutes, actually. I mean, I watched the opening song, I watched the ending song, I watched all of the stuff. The entire episode, didn't skip nothing, but it still felt like 5 minutes, because it was just that good. So entertaining, and got you into the action. You're like, my god, just please don't end. Please don't end the episode. Give me more episodes. And that pretty much lets us know that this series is pretty damn fun. And I'm used to seeing, like, derpy animation every single episode, but I haven't really seen much derps when it comes to Iron Fortress, which just surprises me with the amount of quality and detail being put into this series. Now, it's not just the art that really stood out when it came to this episode, it was actually the animation as well. One scene that I want to talk about was that train scene. Now, of course, the entire main episode of this is, like, focused on a train, but there's one scene that really had some insane animation and CGI that really blew me away, and it was when you saw the train getting bounced. That scene, oh my god, that was fantastic. When you see the characters like Mume, she's jumping up and all that, and she's rotating around, and you see the screen, the background is, like, moving and shit. It looks so fucking good. The dynamic camera on that, oh my god, that looks so great. Like, just the way the camera was moving with the character, and when she landed, I'm like, bro, that was like one of the best animated scenes of this anime season. That looks so fucking fantastic. And not just that, though. This episode, besides, you know, the crazy art and animation, there is some story progression here. We get the conclusion of, I guess, the train arc, what's going on right now. Everybody started to accept our main characters, accepting them for who they are, and that they're not just mindless zombies, but they're actually people, too, that, you know, are just half zombies. They just need blood to be able to fight, and people are starting to accept them for what they really are. So I love that conclusion of how we're already starting to get some form of coexistence. I highly doubt this is going to be the last time we see prejudice between, you know, humans and then half humans, half zombies. I highly doubt this is going to be the last time we're going to see that type of prejudice. But it actually feels great seeing our supporting cast, you know, being supportive of our main characters that are half zombie, half human. So yeah, I mean, a lot of progression, some great stuff in this episode. We come to find out that the Kabane are actually able to learn and use weapons. Now that surprised the fuck out of me. So we come to find out that these Kabane are capable of learning, which that's fucking scary, actually, because now knowing that Kabane can actually learn to use weapons, there's no telling what other type of Kabane are out there. There might be Kabane that can speak. There might be Kabane that can actually understand what's going on or what they're doing. Because, I mean, for a Kabane to be able to learn, you know, how to fight, there has to be other things that it most likely can learn. If it can learn one thing, it possibly can learn another. Unless the stuff that Kabane was using was most likely some form of distant memories from the original human being before it turned into a zombie. That's a possibility, but if that is what's going on here, that means that there is a possibility that Kabane, if they're around a long time, or if they're given time to learn, they might learn how to talk or something, or coexist, maybe. But that's the main question I have here. Since we found out one of them can actually fight, that means they're capable of learning. Learning means, you know, being able to learn from their mistakes, learning to be able to make strategies, tactics, go up against humans and take them down with, you know, great plans. So that's kind of scary in a way. So that kind of reveals that there's more potential for the Kabane to being able to be more of a bigger threat instead of just these mindless zombies. But overall, episode was pretty damn good. I had a fun time watching it. Animation, art, fantastic, and yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.